What's going on, my friends, and welcome to Katawa Shoujo. What is Katawa Shoujo? How do I explain this? You know that card in Cards Against Humanity? The one about picking up girls in an abortion clinic? Well, that's what we're gonna do. Except we're gonna be doing it at a disability school. I'm just messing with you. Even though it is, when you break it down, it's kinda how the game is. So yeah, let's get into this. A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like wooden wind chimes. We're already poetic as fuck, son. This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. The deediest trees provide a beautiful green canopy far out of sight from teachers and fellow students. Well, they sure aren't really green right now. By now, in late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling. Fuck! I breathe into my cooped hands and rub them together fiercely to prevent them from numbing in this cold. Damn, it's frozen out here. How long? Just how long am I expected to wait out here anyway? I'm sure the note said 4 p.m. Damn, girl, it's like 5. Hurry your ass up. Well, I guess the note slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. As far as cliches go, I'm more of a fan of the ladder and the locker. But at least this way it shows a bit more initiative. Yeah, son, just like get it in the book instead of in the locker. Like, hurry up and get your ass over here. As I pondered the meaning of the note, the snowfall gradually thickens. I like how there's actual snowfall too. Nice detail. Like I said, there's plenty of detail in this. The snowflakes silently falling from the white painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this stagnant world. Their slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time is slow to a crawl. Damn, this is poetic. Today, the rustling of dry snow underfoot startles me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone is approaching me from behind. Damn it, pedal man, get down! Hi, Sal, you came? I has a barely audible voice. However, I recognize the owner of that dinghy voice instantly. That's right, people. You own your voice. And if anyone has a voice just like you, hit him with a copyright strike. I feel my heart skip a beat. It's a voice I've listened to hundreds of times, but never as more than an eavesdropper to a conversation. I've never talked to her, I've only stalked her from behind the shadows in the corners. I turn to face the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race. Hey girl, why the fuck are you wearing a short skirt in winter? Why? Your legs must be frozen solid.
You failed!
Wanako, I got your note telling me to wait here. Is it yours? Damn it, I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line. That's all I result. Fuck, I suck. Fuck, I suck. Yes, I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it. A shy joyous smile makes me so tense I couldn't move a single muscle even if I tried. Oh god, I'm having a heart attack. My heart's pounding now, as if it was trying to burst out in the chest and claim the girls for itself. That's disgusting, son. I just imagine that you're talking to someone and then your heart just, she's mine. So, here we are, out in the cold. Fucking great. Once again, the wind stirs up the branches to cannabis noise and music to my ears. Wanako flinches ever so softly against the gust of wind. As it passes, she rights herself as if supported by some new confidence. Her eyes lock with mine as she lazily twirls her long dark hair around her finger. That's adorables. All the while, the anxious beating of my heart grows louder. I'm dying. My throat is tight. I doubt I could force a word out if I tried. Dude, she's Dude, how lame are you? She's just trying to, what, ask you out on a date, I'm guessing. Dude, come on. Come on! It's nothing to really die over. You see... Oh, God. I wanted to know... if you'd go out with me. I stand there motionless, save for my pounding heart. I want to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched beyond the breaking point. So? I reach up to try and massage my throat, but only sent spikes of blinding pain through my arms. So? My whole body freezes safe with my eyes, which shoot open in terror. Oh God, I hope that wasn't too loud. The beating in my chest suddenly stops and I go weak in the knees. The world around me, the canopy of bare branches, the dull winter sky, I want to go rushes towards me. All these fade to black. The last things I remembered before slipping away are the sounds of Wanako screaming for help and an incessant clatter of branches above. And fucking great game, we die within the first 5 minutes. It's been 4 months since my heart attack. In that whole time, I can probably count the times I've left the hospital room unsupervised on one hand. I can't even take a dump without someone watching me. 4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thoughts, so I've had plenty of time to cope with my situation. Arrhythmia, huh? A strange word. Foreign, alien one. One that you don't want to be in the same room with, like Steve. Fuck Steve. Steve sucks. A rare condition. It causes your heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal sometimes. Apparently I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle that I was able to go on so long without anything happening. Is it really a miracle? I guess it's supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of life. It really doesn't do anything to cheer me up, though. My parents, I think, were hit harder with the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. I'd already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. Damn, dude. Of course, there isn't one. Of course. Because of the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatments. When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed. For about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. But visitors soon dwindled and all the get well began trickling down to nothing shortly after. I realized that the only reason I had gotten so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had been turned into a class project. That's gotta feel like shit if you learn something like that. Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I barely had any visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. Harmonico was the last to stop visiting. After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on the snowy day ever again. The hospital. It's not really a place I would like to live in. The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. Yeah, I know exactly how you feel, son. I guess it's because they are in a hurry and have a million other patients waiting for them, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. Believe me, son, I know how you feel. I've been stuck in a hospital for overnight once. It was not great. Felt the same. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate for when I'll be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, but told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries worked. So I only observed the scar that those surgeries have left on my chest slowly change in appearance over time. Think of it as some kind of omen. I still ask the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed in anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around the answer shows that there's at least some hope. At some point I stopped watching TV. I don't know why. I just did. It's because it's shit and there's no anime. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for my situation. Started reading instead. There was a small library at the hospital, although it was more like a storeroom of books. I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. Not that I liked reading, and I think I even became a bit addicted. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands. But I love the stories. I love stories too, that's why I do visual novels, and yours is making me depressed right now. That was what my life was like. The days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred into some kind of gooey mass. I was trapped inside instead of moving within. A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I'd pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was. Other times, all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness through the barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself. The pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot with the heaviness in my chest. Would become so hard to bear that I would put the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. God damn it, son, stop it! Remind me of my pains, and this is depressing. Yeah, I've had some pains and troubles that I don't want to go through talk about, but this game may bring it out. But that happened only rarely. I couldn't even cry. Today the doctor comes and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here. It's only been a few days since I've last seen them. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. Is this supposed to be some kind of special occasion? It's not a party, that's for sure.